The kiss. We think of it as the universal symbol of romance, right? But what if I told you that for a huge chunk of human history, its meaning was far more complicated, and in some cases, had nothing to do with love at all? What if a kiss could be a matter of life and death? This isn't just a love story. This is the secret history of the kiss, a wild tale of ancient laws, biological checks, and religious scandals. Forget the Hollywood rom-coms. We're about to uncover the bizarre truth you never learned. Let's start with a couple of leading theories about where the kiss even comes from. One idea is, well, less than poetic. Some researchers suggest it all began with kiss feeding, a mother chewing food and passing it into her baby's mouth. It's less Lady and the Tramp and more just practical pre-mastication. Over millennia, this act of survival could have evolved into a gesture of general affection. Another theory is that the kiss was an ancient form of quality control. Before there were dating apps, our ancestors had to use other methods to check out a potential mate. A kiss was the original way to get up close and personal, letting our subconscious assess someone's health and compatibility through taste and smell. So that first kiss might not have been about butterflies, but more of a biological background check. So when did we start writing about kissing? For a long time, the oldest clear references seemed to come from ancient Indian texts, which described practices that looked a lot like kissing. But get this, recent discoveries in Mesopotamia have pushed that timeline back by 1,000 years. People were writing about kissing on clay tablets as far back as 4,500 years ago. These texts show that kissing was already a part of romantic life, but also friendship and family. This suggests that kissing wasn't invented in one place and then spread around the globe. It seems to have popped up independently in different ancient cultures. It's not some new trend, but a deeply ancient human behavior. Of course, no one organized and classified the kiss quite like the Romans. They didn't just have one word for it, they had categories. An osculum was often a kiss of respect, like on the cheek. A basium was a more affectionate kiss on the lips. And then there was the suavium, the passionate, deep kiss between lovers. But here's where it gets really strange. For the Romans, a kiss could also be a tool of control. There are accounts from ancient writers about a custom sometimes called the jus osculi, or the right to kiss. This wasn't about romance. It was a sort of breathalyzer test. Under a strong social taboo in early Rome, women were forbidden from drinking wine, as it was associated with adultery. Male relatives could kiss their female family members to check their breath. While the idea of a formal, daily law is debated by historians, these accounts show that for some, a kiss wasn't just a kiss. It was an instrument of social control. So, if kissing is this ancient, it must be universal, right? Everybody does it? Wrong. And this might be the most bizarre fact of all. A major 2015 cross-cultural study looked at 168 cultures from around the world and found that romantic, sexual kissing was only common in 46% of them. For more than half of the cultures surveyed, the idea of pressing your lips to someone else's is seen as strange, funny, or even disgusting. In some cultures, nibbling on eyebrows is a sign of affection, while in others, smelling a partner's face is part of courtship. It's a powerful reminder that what many of us consider a fundamental human expression of love is, for many others, just a weird thing they see in movies. It seems our universal symbol of romance is anything but. From a possible origin in feeding a baby, to a method of social control in Rome, to something that isn't even practiced in over half of the cultures that have been documented, the history of the kiss is far stranger than we ever imagined. It's a story of survival, wildly different cultural traditions, and social power. So the next time you lean in for a kiss, just remember its bizarre and complicated past. The story of humanity is written on our lips. What's the weirdest historical fact you know? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to keep uncovering the secret histories of everyday things, make sure you hit that subscribe button.